KHOU 11 News at 5:30 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Ron Trevino. Thanks for joining us on this digital format of KHOU 11 News at 5:30. Tonight we have disturbing new details about the man accused of shooting and killing a 6-year-old girl in Pasadena. It allegedly happened because of a clogged toilet. Matt Doherty has the story.
All right, Mr. Means, you're here accused of the capital felony.
During his first court appearance, Ramian Means did not offer any explanation for what happened inside that Pasadena apartment Friday morning. The 35-year-old's being held without bond until at least tomorrow, when he'll make his next court appearance. On Friday morning, Pasadena police say an argument ensued between Means and the 6-year-old girl. They say Means was angry that a toilet was clogged and water began to spill on the floor. That police say Means may have left and returned to the apartment with a gun. They say he shot the girl several times. Police arrived minutes later.
They attempted CPR on her from here all the way to the hospital. She was declared deceased there. The suspect who shot her fled on foot, and one of our patrol officers located him a few blocks away.
Harris County court records show Ramian Means has an extensive criminal history, which includes felony convictions involving injuries to children. In 2006, Means pleaded guilty to reckless bodily injury of a child, for which he served 10 months in jail. Prosecutors claimed Means pushed a stroller carrying a child on its side, causing the child to fall out and get hurt. In another case from 2008, Means pleaded guilty to child endangerment after he left a young child at home. Now in this latest case, Means is charged with capital murder. Police say they're not ready to release the name of the girl who was killed on Friday, and they have not shared the connection Ramian Means may have had to the child or her family. Matt Doherty, KHOU 11 News.
Right now, Texas EquiSearch is looking for this missing man. 56-year-old John Jackson disappeared on Friday after he became ill and tried to drive himself to Methodist Hospital. He was driving his 2001 Burgundy GMC Sierra pickup truck with license plate number FTJ 6507. If you see him or the truck, please call Houston Police. Tomorrow morning, attorney Tony Busby says he plans to submit affidavits and evidence to the Houston Police Department and the Harris County District Attorney's Office. They could decide whether to bring criminal charges against Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. We've been telling you, Busby represents 12 women so far, massage therapists who accuse Watson of making inappropriate demands during private sessions that they consider sexual harassment and assault. Busby says in addition to the 12, another 10 women have reached out to him with similar stories. Watson, who adamantly denies the accusations, has hired attorney Rusty Hardin to defend him. Hardin plans to respond this coming week after he's had a chance to review all the lawsuits. Civil rights attorney Lee Merritt has announced he's running for Texas Attorney General next year. Merritt has represented the families of black men and women who've been killed in officer-involved shootings, including Botham Jean in Dallas and Tatiana Jefferson in Fort Worth. Merritt says he wasn't planning on announcing his intentions to run this early, but he decided to go public after talking about the case of a man who died in the Collin County Jail after being restrained by 7 guards during an apparent mental health crisis. He later announced the news on Twitter.
I was discussing with a reporter some of my concerns about the lack of inaction and the lack of resources for people in mental health crisis in Texas, and whose responsibility it was to ensure that law enforcement wasn't killing people in the process of getting them to mental health clinics and poor training of police officers to deal with people in mental health crisis. And I said that it was Ken Paxton's responsibility. And I had been telling Ken Paxton that for a while, but he blocked me. And I said if he didn't do his job, I would take his job. It's clear he doesn't want to do his job, so I decided to go ahead and take it.
Ken Paxton has been Texas Attorney General since 2014. Here's what's making headlines around the world today. Australia dealing with some serious flash flooding after torrential rains in New South Wales. It's so bad this entire house was literally swept away in the current. Luckily, the house was empty at the time. It was being rented by a couple who was supposed to get married yesterday. They evacuated in time. Thousands of small earthquakes in recent weeks built up to a volcanic eruption in Iceland, about 30 miles outside the capital city of Reykjavik. This video shows lava oozing from a large crack in the ground. Despite the dramatic scene, no threat to the public. And a civil engineering student in Cairo, Egypt set a new world record this weekend for the highest jump out of the water while wearing a monofin. Omar Shaban managed to jump 2.3 meters above the surface. He's already an accomplished athlete, having won several medals and trophies for his swimming abilities, but this is his first time getting into the Guinness Book of World Records. This crazy scene in Miami Beach forced police to announce an 8 p.m. curfew and declare a state of emergency after bigger than expected crowds gathered in the entertainment district for spring break. There are extra police patrols there tonight to keep the crowds under control. Well, if you travel during spring break, doctors say you need to take steps to protect your family and friends when you get back. That means quarantining for 10 days after your trip. And be sure to get tested if you develop any symptoms. Doctors say even though the statewide mask mandate is lifted, COVID is still widespread across the country, so keep masking up in public. Plus, there are now variants from all over the world that are even more contagious.
We're in a race right now between the vaccine and the variants, and we want the vaccine to win, but that means we have to stack the odds in its favor.
Health experts say getting people vaccinated as quickly as possible is the only way to stop more dangerous variants from developing. Tonight on KHOU 11 News at 10, we'll explain why doctors here are closely watching a new variant detected in France. All right, let's check in on your Sunday night weather as we take a live look at Moody Gardens in Galveston. Still pretty busy as people try to enjoy the last few hours of the weekend. Blake Matthews has the full forecast. Hey, Blake.
Hey, good evening, Ryan. Isn't that a beautiful shot out there on the island itself? Just a really nice weekend overall all across the state of Texas. In fact, as we take you up to 2,000 feet on top of our transmitter tower there, pretty close to Missouri City, we are looking off to the north and east. And if you look carefully, there's downtown Houston right there, about 15 miles into the distance. Just a really nice afternoon. And one of the things that we're looking at here is a capped atmosphere. And we know it's capped, meaning there is warm air aloft because the clouds, well, there's just not much height to them. So a capped atmosphere means a very calm atmosphere, and there's not much going on today, but that's going to change as we head into the upcoming week. Temperatures right now, 69 degrees at the big airport, 72 degrees there in Katy, 71 degrees in Conroe with that southeast wind coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, 9 to about 14 or 15 miles per hour. Now that southeast wind will keep our temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, maybe even near 80 degrees as we head into next Friday. But as the temperatures increase, so do our rain chances. We're up to about a 60% as we head into the Wednesday, Thursday time frame. Satellite and radar, not too much going on here across our part of Texas. We do have a little bit of rain out there towards the Permian Basin, but all in all, not too much going on here locally. Nationwide, pretty quiet as well. We've got some rain across southeast Georgia, northern Florida, also out there towards the Mountain West from Denver all the way to Salt Lake City and getting up into Montana as well. The rain will begin to move into Texas as we head into early next week with a series of disturbances headed our direction. This takes us into 8:30 in the morning on Monday, maybe a few scattered showers, and you'll notice as we head into the midnight hour here, Monday into Tuesday, our next disturbance begins to push right on through our region. But by the time we get to 9 in the morning, I think most of the rain is well to the east of our area. So Tuesday shaping up to be a pretty nice day across our region. That rain begins to push back into the forecast as we head into Wednesday afternoon and again on Thursday. And I think all of that pushes out as we head into Thursday evening, making for a beautiful Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next weekend. You're welcome. Take a look here at the amount of rainfall we're looking at. Yes, the rain chances are high, but the amount of rain that we're going to get is generally only about a quarter inch to maybe as much as a half inch over the course of the next 5 to 7 days. So as we take a look at the 7-day outlook, 75 degrees heading into your Monday, 78 degrees on Tuesday. Pre-dawn showers a likely possibility here. 60% chance Wednesday into Thursday. And as promised, Ron, we are clearing it out just in time for the upcoming weekend as temperatures approach 80 degrees.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you so much, Blake. Tonight, it's a concert Matthew McConaughey is calling a jam session of generosity. The We're Texas concert will benefit Texans impacted by the winter storm. Tonight's show will feature George Strait, Megan Thee Stallion, Lyle Lovett, that's just a few, along with fan favorites like Chip and Joanna Gaines, Jennifer Garner, and Dak Prescott. You can watch it on McConaughey's YouTube channel starting at 7 o'clock tonight. Watch and make a donation. Before we go, some birthdays. and anniversaries. We hope you're all able to enjoy your special day. Hey, is there somebody you'd like us to recognize? Text us, 713-526-1111. We need a photo, their name, along with what they're celebrating and when. Each newscast, we're going to select a random group to mention on the air. Well, that's going to do it for us for now. For all the good folks here at KHOU, I'm Ron Trevino. We'll be back tonight around 10 on TV. In the meantime, enjoy this moment of Zen on Galveston's West End.